Welcome to Teleworking with Children during COVID-19, a presentation presented by the Commuter Krewe. Now, to continue our working relationship with our team of fellow carpoolers, the Commuter Krewe has created a series of webinars here to assist you with tips and pointers designed to help with having a successful work-life balance while working from home with kids during the current concerns of COVID-19. We realize that working from home with kids could be a challenge, even without the current concerns of COVID-19. So please make sure that you keep this point of reference because we can help you whether pre-COVID, during COVID, or even after COVID. So with that being said, here at the Commuter Krewe, we have some pointers and tips that's going to assist you with having a successful work-life balance. Now let's start with talking about block scheduling. Now, block scheduling allows you to be able to align your schedule with your teammates. So you have to think about it. Some of your teammates may not be going through the same issues and concerns that you have, especially those that do not have kids, or there may be an age difference when it comes down to the kids. So by having a block schedule, you can schedule the time where it's easier for you to be available for those meetings, for those webinars, versus the time where you're not able to because of the kids, for example. So block scheduling also gives you a chance to have semi-regular hours. So again, this is a bit different. You're not your traditional 8 to 5, for example. So you can still have those similar regular hours if you know from 9 to 11, this may be a time where it's nap time for the kids, or they may be doing their schoolwork, things of that nature, where you can schedule your meetings around that time. And again, try your best to be flexible, just like the same way you're expecting your teammates to be. Another thing is to schedule the time perhaps where the kids are napping. So that's a great time. And also while they're still in view, however, you can focus more on what you need to do for work. Finally, perhaps you could wake up early and work while the kids are asleep. Again, the biggest thing and the biggest key is to remember to be flexible. Now, we've talked about being flexible, but let's discuss having a routine. Once you realize the time that works best for yourself as well as the kids, now let's try to work on having a routine. A routine is also going to help you should you return back to the standard 8 to 5 working hours. If that's the case, having a routine works in your favor, and that's the same thing for the kids as well. So try to schedule your meals and breaks. If you normally go to lunch around 12 or 1, continue that process. Do you normally take 2 10-minute breaks? Once again, continue that process. Another thing is, let's talk about having kid-friendly foods. Of course, depending on the age range of the kids, having apples, grapes, cereal bars, yogurts, or perhaps even prepping larger quantities of meals that can be easily microwaved. All of those things are going to work in your favor. And we can't forget talking about exercise. Exercise is so important. So walking, even meditating, all of these things are going to be good, not just for your physical, but also your mental health. Think of the kids. They have PE. Schedule that time as well for the kids. And also don't forget to participate. Plus, I can't speak enough about what fresh air would do for you, as well as changing your scenery. Also remembering to give your eyes some rest from the computer. All of these things are going to be benefits to your health. Now, assignments. You don't want to look like our friend here, holding your head, concerned about projects, things of that nature. So let's talk about, how about prioritizing completing those higher priority tasks first? And again, we talked about maybe doing that while the kids are asleep or nap, or even when it's around bedtime. Another thing we recommend is perhaps partnering with family members when possible. If there's a significant other you could partner with, or maybe older age kids, the teenagers, give them some responsibilities and let them participate with you. Perhaps you choose 3 to 5 daily goals and just focusing on the results. And finally, develop a reward system, not just for yourself, but also for the kids. Just like you have tasks that you have to complete, also have those same tasks for the kids. And then the highest achiever, Perhaps there is movie night where the highest achiever, they choose the movie, or even you have a pizza party. There's so many ways that you can create reward systems, report cards, anything that brings the kids in on it. They're excited, you're excited. It's all going to work to your benefits. Partnering up. Now, we talked about the assignments and everything, but let's talk about partnering up and maybe even establishing work boundaries, play boundaries, things of that nature. So partnering up means you got to have everybody on the same team with you. So develop a place specifically for work, letting the family know this is my workspace. This is a space for homework, so this is your area where you're going to complete your work. And also it's important to have a playtime area, and that way everything is still organized. Attempt to have the kids in sight, of course, while answering your emails, you're on your calls. So if that's at all possible, making sure that you always want to keep your kids in viewpoint so that you know what's going on, you're making sure they're completing their task as well. And never let your kids dictate your schedule or control the assigned areas. Again, you can partner, you can work with the kids, but at the end of the day, make sure you stay in control. Now, we talked about partnering with the kids, but if possible, why not involve the kids? So explain to your kids what tasks you are working on. I'm sure they'll like it. And we have to remember, for many kids in that world, our world is exciting to them. That's what they look forward to. They look forward to being an adult. So bringing them in, let them do their homework beside you. Remember, like we said, we have that organized area, but if this is your work area, when your kids are involved, let them know, hey, this is still the work area, so you can do your work while mommy and daddy's doing the work. Make them your coworker. Think about it that way. And also, if possible, if allowed, perhaps you allow them to say hello to your coworkers on the video conference meeting. Actually had the privilege of meeting one of my colleagues' kids. They were doing work talking about the different states. And it just so happened on our conference call, we had many individuals from a wide variety of the states, and the kids were able to look on the map and point out where we were located. So anytime you could bring the kids in for your video conferences, again, if that's allowed, it always works out, and that's a great point. Finally, be realistic. You have to be realistic with it. Is everything just going to work out right away? Of course not. There's going to be an adjustment period. And hey, that's fine. So again, be flexible with yourself, with your kids, with your teammates, making sure that you exercise patience, because you may try one thing, it may not work. So maybe you have to change it up. And keep those open lines of communication, constantly checking in with your boss, with your supervisors, with your colleagues and coworkers. Making sure everyone stays on the same page is so important. And now let's talk about the Commuter Krewe Challenge. Please make sure that you sign up at https://www.commuterkrewe.la. By signing up, you'll have a chance to log any of your trips, whether you're carpooling, walking, biking, and you'll have many chances to win raffles, win great prizes. Your feedback matters. Email us at info@commuterkrewe.la. Like, follow, and comment. You can find us on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And just remember, as we all work together to reduce the speed of COVID-19, the Commuter Krewe will continue to be there for your carpool as well as telecommuting needs. Thank you so much.